The story of BTS's 2026 return isn't just about a comeback. It's the culmination of a long, unusual journey that began years before and continues to reshape what global pop culture expects from a group that once defined longevity in modern music. Over the last 3 years, BTS members paused group activities to fulfill South Korea's mandatory military service. Each member enlisted in turn, with the final discharge by mid-2025, officially bringing to a close the hiatus that kept the group from full-scale activities together. During this period, they didn't disappear entirely. Solo albums, performances, and public appearances continued, but the collective energy that once powered BTS as a unit was on hold, and anticipation among fans grew steadily month by month. As 2025 drew to a close, BTS approached the new year in a way that felt deeply symbolic. Instead of releasing a cold press release or staging an elaborate commercial teaser, they chose something personal. On December 31st, 2025, the group appeared together on Weverse in a live session to ring in the new year with ARMY, their global fan community, marking the first time in years that all 7 members shared a broadcast together. Their messages were heartfelt, thanking fans for their patience and expressing excitement about what was to come, moments that fans interpreted right away as the beginning of a new chapter. But the return to center stage was revealed in a uniquely BTS way that evening. Gold member fans of BTS's official fan club began receiving handwritten postcards in the mail that carried a single printed date, March 20th, 2026. The letters were personal and intimate, written individually by each member and filled with gratitude, reflection, and anticipation. RM wrote that he had waited more earnestly than anyone for this moment. Jin thanked fans for their patience through years of waiting. Suga encouraged fans to enjoy the year together. J-Hope celebrated that what they imagined had become reality. Jimin declared that 2026 was the year they would meet again. V promised more and better memories, and Jungkook simply said, "I miss you." This gesture was not just communication. It was a reclamation of how BTS chooses to connect with ARMY, emphasizing personal bonds over corporate fanfare. By morning on January 1st, 2026, news outlets confirmed what fans already suspected. Big Hit Music, the label operating under Hybe, had officially announced BTS's full group comeback album release date as March 20th, 2026, followed by a world tour. This marked their first collective album in nearly 4 years since the anthology Proof in 2022, and their first full commercial campaign after completing mandatory military service. The announcement flowed naturally from the New Year moment, a blend of intimate fan connection and formal industry confirmation that sent waves around the world. The strategic timing of the comeback, early spring, also carries symbolic weight within BTS's own cultural narrative. The idea of spring and return resonates with Spring Day, one of their most emotionally significant songs, which spoke to themes of longing, absence, and reunion. Many fans saw parallels between that theme and the long wait for a full group return. The choice to softly seed the date through personal letters before a public statement made the announcement feel like an invitation to share in a moment rather than a performance to watch. It's important to understand that this comeback isn't happening in a vacuum. BTS accomplished a level of global success that very few acts in history have achieved. They've topped charts, headlined festivals, addressed world leaders, and influenced global conversations around mental health and self-love. That stature means their choices now are scrutinized not just as entertainment, but as cultural events, making every comment, gesture, and decision a subject of intense fan and media analysis. One aspect that has emerged repeatedly in fan discussions and press coverage is the emotional pressure the members have acknowledged privately. In various public moments leading up to this comeback, including live streams and interviews, BTS members have spoken about the challenges of returning after a long service hiatus, the mental toll of years at peak intensity, and the difficulty of balancing individual growth with collective expectations. These aren't rumors. Multiple reports and translations document genuine emotional expression from the group as they prepare for a campaign of this scale. At the same time, the landscape around BTS has changed. Hybe is no longer a small artist-centric label. It's a major global entertainment conglomerate with multiple sub-labels, artists, and business divisions. That growth brings layers of corporate complexity that didn't exist when BTS debuted in 2013. Decisions now involve coordination between global partners, touring logistics across continents, multi-market marketing strategies, and stakeholder interests. While fans sometimes interpret this as distancing, the reality is structural. The world they operate in now is orders of magnitude larger and more complex than before. The confirmed comeback also includes plans for a world tour, which is equally significant. A global tour after years of individual individual activity will be BTS's first opportunity to perform on the world stage as a complete unit since 2022. Early reports suggest the tour could encompass major markets across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. In India, for instance, speculation about a meaningful tour stop has surged, partly because Hybe India launched operations in Mumbai in late 2025, a move seen as preparation for deeper engagement in one of the world's fastest-growing music markets. Official tour routing and ticketing have not yet been fully announced, but early signs point to one of the most ambitious schedules in BTS history, if confirmed. Despite all this verified progress, not every reaction has been purely celebratory. There has been robust conversation among fans about the pressure of expectations, the direction of BTS's music, and the extended break that preceded this return. Far from being fringe chatter, these discussions reflect how deeply ARMY has internalized BTS's themes of growth, identity, and purpose, and how fans now think critically, not just emotionally, about the group's evolution. These fan conversations don't diminish BTS's accomplishments, but rather show how engaged a global community has become with their artistic journey. In context, BTS's 2026 return isn't simply a promotional campaign, it's a narrative continuation of a decade-long story. It's about 7 individuals who achieved unprecedented success, fulfilled national obligations, explored their artistic identities independently, and now reunite with a sense of maturity and intention. It's a reminder that while charts and numbers matter, the emotional connection between artist and audience remains central to what BTS represents. March 20th, 2026 isn't just a date on a release calendar. It's the intersection of artistic endurance, fan loyalty, cultural impact, and human resilience.